welcome in to Life with Shine podcast. I am so excited to speak about today's topic because it's real, it's raw, it's honest, and it's all love. So, guys, today's topic is going to be all about navigating life and some of the challenges that life may bring. Okay. I think this is a perfect time for me in particular, and for anyone else who may be um, experiencing some challenges or things that they know that they're being called to rise or boss up on, or to really just trust God in every way. So, this is really encouraging you to strengthen your faith. Um, I know for me, currently, I am transitioning, and I'm in a bit of the space of what is considered the void. Um, that's kind of like where I'm being prepared, where I'm getting um, the answers as they unfold, um, where it's just not all the way clear on what is next, right? And I know that may be a burning question for someone who is navigating something that is just uncertain or unclear on what the outcome will be. But I figured, what best way to really be of service than to really just share some of the things that are even helping me navigate something personal in my life, and how I'm actually getting through it, right? Because someone else may be experiencing something similar and need to hear this. So, for me, what ways that I'm actually handling this transition um, is really tending to myself, is really being patient with myself. Um, I found though that there were periods where I would really become maybe agitated, um, maybe unsettled. But what I feel that has helped me is to find contentment with right now. Meaning knowing that right now, in the now, that I am safe, I am provided for, I have everything I need, and just trusting that God is continually, even through the signs and synchronicities that I'm getting, even through the reminders and the gentle nudges from the universe that I'm getting, it's affirming to me that I am being guided towards something better, something that is going to be beneficial for me, even though what I'm experiencing in the 3D may seem very very much just the opposite, right? Something that is guiding me is letting me know, like God is letting me know that everything is going to be okay. Um it's just interesting when you're being called to create that stability and that safety within yourself, right? Because that's what I feel like I've been navigating. That's what I feel like I've been experiencing in the midst of this challenge. Is just really, really creating safety and stability within myself, not looking for it outside of me, and really, really claiming my wholeness, my independence, my security in who I am, right? So really, really solidifying that within, I know that's going to translate in some magnificent way without. So my encouragement to anyone who's navigating a transition at this time, who's going through something that may feel uncertain or unclear, and you just don't really know what's going to be the outcome, but you know that you have to make the moves you have to make, right? I will say that I'm not burying my head, in the sand, so to speak, and avoiding anything. I'm facing everything as it comes, right? I'm looking at it. I'm receiving information. I am, you know, choosing to do what's best for me in every situation, right? And so this is some of the ways that I feel has made the process a lot smoother, a lot more clean, a lot more pure, and just also being open and receptive to receiving from the universe, right? So it's about really adjusting your internal settings, your internal beliefs, doing the inner work, doing the shadow work, doing the mindset work, because really every situation that we go through in our lives is preparing us to evolve into the highest version of ourselves. So I know that whatever it is that I'm experiencing right now, that this is something that is calling for something more within me, something more powerful, something more solid, and I'm excited knowing that, because I have this a perspective and this approach, that everything is going to work out in my favor, right? And so having that contentment, and I think that's an important word to actually note, because I was able to like check where I was feeling irritated, that irritability that you get when you're going through a transformation, right? When you're going through a growth sprout, when you're going through a uh a season of birthing, right? When you're being birthed into something new, like there's some irritation that comes with that, right? That friction that comes with that. You're like, oh, it's uncomfortable. But, you know, knowing that I take solace in being still and listening, um, and also focusing on myself and as well as my business, meaning like this has been a real important time for me to remain focused on what truly matters and what truly is going to move things forward, right? So my advice to anyone, and especially if you're in your purpose, or you're, discovering that, and you're in that spiritual journey, right? And you're going through another awakening or another process of transformation, my advice for you is to really hone in on what it is that you feel called to do, like without any other distractions or any other persons outside of you influencing their energy onto what they think you should do for you, but really honing in on what it is that you want to do, right? And I found myself only doing things that I want to do. Like if I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because for so long we've been conditioned to do things that we don't want to do. And I feel like because I'm actually coming up against these systems and these programs that are already in, that were already set in place, that we were already brought up in. And then when you're actually breaking free from that stuff, right? When you're breaking free from the systems, whether that's family structures, religious beliefs, I mean, even when it comes to how you felt like you should be making your income, your money, your job source, your career, whatever changes that you feel you are navigating in this time, I feel like it's always a call to choose yourself. It's always a call to choose to rise higher, to increase your power instead of lowering it, right? So in the midst of this, right, if someone was in from the outside looking in, they will be like, "Oh my God, girl, why are you handling this so well? Like, why you're not, you know, you're not worried, you're not concerned, right?" Like most people would probably speak fear into my situation if I actually gave them specifics and gave them details, right? And so because of that, because I know that I'm not operating in fear, I'm not operating in doubt, I'm operating in faith, I'm operating in truth, I'm operating in the spiritual elements in the spiritual realm. So because I have that higher connection to source, right? I'm directly connected to source. That's where I'm getting my answers. That's where I'm leaning heavily on. Like it's literally me and God supporting. God is supporting me through this journey and this process. And sometimes that is how it just has to be, right? Like God is navigating everything for me. So it's just really me checking those subtleties or those nuances that show up, right? Where I'm feeling like resistance, or even when I'm feeling, you know, some kind of thought that doesn't even feel good. It doesn't even align with me. You know how like when you try on something on and it just doesn't feel quite right and you're like, "Ew, that doesn't, yeah." Like that's how I feel when it comes to certain thoughts, when it comes to certain, energies. Like I can almost feel when it's just not for me. Like I like, and I'm able to check it right away instead of let it get out of hand, right? I'm able to immediately know, like, okay, shake that off. Like, no, that's not it. So that's another way that I'm able to, you know, maintain my alignment and calibrate to the shifts that are taking place, because we're navigating collective energy. We're navigating the um the frequencies and the energetic shifts. So when you're navigating the energy, you have to know how to like release and cleanse and purge, because that is a part of your up leveling. That's a part of you, like you receiving your blessings is also knowing how to let go of things that are no longer serving you as well. So it's like a dance. It's this beautiful thing that's happening simultaneously, right? Where you're receiving the love, the blessing, the spiritual nudges and guidance, and the love messages and all of the love, right? And then you're also still cleansing, you're still releasing, you're still purging out things that no longer serve you, to take so you can actually align with not only just a version of you, but the reality that's going to fit that version of you, right? So um I guess I wanted to just kind of share that, because I know that it can be valuable for someone who needs to hear this. And even in the time that you come across this audio, um May you find peace knowing that no matter what challenges that you are experiencing, no matter what you are going through, you are loved unconditionally from source, the divine, from the universe. And may you experience that universal love, that divine love, that eternal love, that love that is unconditional, and allow that to nourish you and support you through every part of your journey, right? And I also pray that you find your own feet again. I pray that you land safely on your feet, standing on your feet, standing upright in your God and Goddess posture, and that you know that you are blessed and highly favored, and that you move in that knowing, and that you continue to allow life to polish you so that you can continue to shine your light even in the darkest places, even in the darkest moments, even when things just are not really going your way, right? Like when it's not really going, sometimes God's timing is not yours, right? So may you trust that God got you and trust that God's plan for you is better than your own. You know, may that you be continuously reminded in times when you need it most that everything is okay. May that you know that, that you can find peace even in the midst of chaos. And that's how you navigate life. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. I pray this blesses you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.